What's up, guys? Welcome to Geek Done Right, the show where I talk about whatever it is I feel like. I'm Chris. Thanks for coming to geek out with me. And Callie's back! Yay! Oh man, I don't know how many of you actually recognize this little remote, but we've been using the Roku for a few years now as our main streaming box, or the main way that we watch TV, because we don't have cable or anything like that, but we have certainly enjoyed a lot of the apps and things of the Roku. So we've been using the Roku Premiere for a little while. We've rather enjoyed it, but I feel like there's been a few problems with this particular version. One, I've noticed that it hangs up every once in a while. Sometimes there's been like random reboots or different things like that. Sometimes when you get into like a lot of different apps, it tends to hang up and get a little freaked out, or you see like digital weirdness and artifacts and lines periodically as well. But I mean, overall though, I think it's been a pretty pleasant experience.
Yeah, it's really kind of intuitive design. It's easy to navigate. It makes noises, but the noises aren't annoying. You know, like the little clicking, like as your cursor is moving around. It's a pleasant noise. There's lots of apps there. It's easy to organize and access what you want.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to get around and navigate, and it's really simple to set up because all you have is your power and your HDMI. It's not wanting to focus today. One of the other things that I'm not crazy about in this day and age, like Bluetooth remotes are a thing, and this still has like, you see that shininess right there, that's the RF thing, and so it's like still
in line of sight. Yeah.
In line of sight.
I know our sound bar sometimes gets in the way of it.
Yeah, or sometimes our son, as he's playing around, getting super close to the TV, trying to watch it, trying to watch Paw Patrol, and we're sitting there trying to get to it, and we're like,
that's true. I never thought about that.
One of the other things too is like, as we're gonna be getting a new TV this year during Black Friday, one of the features that we're going to have is HDR and 4K. I mean, right now we're using a 1080p TV, so it doesn't really matter that much the Premiere does 4K, but it doesn't do HDR. It doesn't give us HDR content or anything like that. I figured that it was about time for an update, better processor, more RAM, that type of thing in the new set-top box. So I noticed that Roku had announced a new Roku Ultra, and so we got one. I mean, man, they do their thing with the design on these boxes and everything, right?
Nice.
Just a couple things before we get into opening this. One of the things that that the Roku Ultra is lacking, but it could come in the future, is Dolby Vision HDR. The difference between, it does do like HDR10, but the difference between HDR10 and Dolby Vision is, so HDR10 is kind of like, it gets its initial settings for HDR, the high dynamic range, and it just places that across the entire thing, the entire thing that you're viewing. So it gets it at the beginning of the program and then just sets it. It's kind of like set it and forget it, or a one-size-fits-all type thing. Dolby Vision is more dynamic. It actually does it frame by frame. What is going to be the best contrast ratios or the best settings in order to give you the best overall picture. So that's one of the
frame specifically.
Right. So that's the nice thing about Dolby Vision. But also at the same time too, any company that puts Dolby Vision on their devices has to actually pay a licensing fee in order to put Dolby Vision on their devices. So Roku could do that in the future. It just doesn't do that right now. That doesn't really bother me because the TV that we've chosen, no, I'm not telling you which one it is. You're gonna have to wait to find that one out. But the TV that we're going to be getting will have Dolby Vision in the apps that we desire. So that's not really a big deal for us. We just really like overall the interface for Roku, and that's why we decided to just go ahead and update.
Yeah. So you said that they could have it in the future. Would that just be like a firmware update? Or?
Yeah, firmware, software update. Yeah, so like the newer versions essentially could. The processor on the Roku Ultra can handle it. It's a quad-core processor. The amount of RAM that's on the Roku Ultra can handle it as well. From what I understand, the Roku Premiere Plus could end up having it. So, without further ado, let's open this thing up, shall we? Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Ooh. Oh.
Ooh, look at that.
It looks
Does it look
exactly the same. Woo!
It's got a little something extra there on the side.
Yes, it does. It does, and that's actually one of the cool things about the Roku Ultra. So a few differences. I mean, like it's the same size as the Premiere, maybe just a hair larger than the Premiere, but not by much. The other thing that you'll notice is that it has an Ethernet port on it. So that means you can have the fastest speeds possible on it. And then the other thing that's really nice too is that it has a USB port on the side as well, so that if you wanted to, you could stick like a thumb drive with some content that you got off your computer or something, and be able to watch it off of that.
Like a photo slideshow or something?
Maybe, yeah. Impress your friends with all your cool little photos.
Yeah.
The other thing that's really interesting, and you pointed it out, Callie, is this thing. And what this is a button that is a remote finder.
Wow, really?
Yes, it is a remote finder on this.
That's gonna come in handy because somebody likes to eat the remote and lose it.
We're not naming names, but our son. Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and the cool thing too is that you can actually choose whatever. I mean, like you can choose the different sounds. I mean, like you can even get the Game of Thrones soundtrack playing. Well, when instead of like a constant beeping or something for the remote.
Like a little ringtone.
Yeah, it's like a little ringtone for your remote.
That's cool.
Yeah, like that's a really cool little
it's nice
extra.
To be customizable like that.
Oh yeah. Next. You have the quick start guide, and well, who needs that? And then here's the remote, and the remote is definitely different from the Premiere as well. Just holding it up side by side.
It's got more of a silicone texture to it now, does it? Or it's matte.
It's matte, but at the same time too, I mean, we've had this for years, and so it's gotten all our oils and stuff like that on there. But I mean, this definitely feels like a different kind of rubber and stuff. I mean, you can.
Oh, it's even got a power button. Ours doesn't even have a power button.
Yes, actually, that's the other thing that's really cool too. This one has a power button, which can actually power on your TV.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, you can power on your TV with this. You can program it for that.
We could basically not use the TV remote.
Well, essentially, yeah.
For most of our viewing functions.
Pretty much.
Oh, that's nice.
And then there's this really cool button right here. It looks like a microphone. And then what is this little divot right here? It's a microphone!
That is the one thing that annoyed me on the Roku was sitting there typing stuff in.
Yes, it has voice search. You just hold down the button and you can say, play Paw Patrol! And it'll search through your apps and let you select whatever it is that you want.
What do you bet that'll be our son's first sentence?
Probably.
Probably.
And then the other thing that's different too is, I mean, of course, you know, you have your 4 buttons and everything. Just for everybody's, just FYI, this button changes whether you buy this at Walmart or everywhere else. Everywhere else, you get the CBS All Access. We got this off of Amazon. At Walmart, it's for Walmart's streaming and video, digital video content service, Vudu. Man, this thing is like chock full of everything. This is like the Swiss Army knives of remotes, but in like a very easy to understand format. There's a headphone jack right there and a volume rocker right there.
That's a really great design, isn't it?
Yeah, and this is for private listening. If you don't want everybody else hearing what you're watching, you can just plug in your headphones right there and adjust the volume and just listen right off the remote.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and then you can play games with it. That's what the AB is for. You have your D-pad and your AB. I mean, it's almost like a classic Nintendo controller.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, like I said, this thing is like the Swiss Army knives of Roku remotes.
That's definitely an upgrade from the Premier remote.
Yes, it is. Oh, yeah. And then there's the speaker right there on the back right there. Yeah. And then you open up this flap.
Batteries included.
They are so nice with that, right?
That is just a nice touch.
And you have, in here, you have your AC adapter.
Is that's for the Roku itself?
Yes.
Okay.
And then something that is kind of special with this particular version of the Roku is it comes with JBL Premium Headphones. These are a $40 value.
Wow. They just come standard, huh?
Yeah, they just come right with it.
That's nice.
So, and the other thing that's really nice is that it comes with extra like things to adjust to your ears.
Oh, because I got really small ears.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna take a quick listen to this and see how they sound.
I'm impressed. At first I was like, they're like losing the bass. And then the bass came in and I was like, okay.
Yeah. These things have a surprising amount of bass to them. I wouldn't say that they're as good as what you would have in like a decent pair of over-the-ears or even like some more expensive ones, but I can definitely hear that the quality in these these are definitely worth $40, I think. So the fact that these come, and I mean, you're gonna get some decent low end in whatever you're watching, and I'm really excited to utilize that feature. That's fantastic.
And that size was nice. It fit comfortably in my ears, the standard size.
Yeah, but if it didn't, you got some to change out.
You got options.
Yeah, well, I mean, just out of the packaging and everything like that, I mean, the fact that it comes with batteries, and not just any batteries. Not just any batteries. French Duracell. Man, they went for the French Duracell. Like, not even, seriously, like, everybody knows that the best batteries come from the French, right?
I know where they get their nickel. New Caledonia.
Yep. So, yeah.
French Duracell.
Yeah, I'm really excited to get this set up. I'm excited to actually see what it does for us. I know that the performance is going to be significantly better because the processor on This is kind of weak. The RAM is not as fast. I mean, we got this, I'd like to say we got this in like 2014, 2015. I will say that if you're looking to go from the 2017 to the 2018 and you already version of the Roku Ultra, I from what I understand, you don't want to do that. It's essentially the same product.
Okay.
It's the 4661. This is this one is the 4661R. So what the R essentially means is, well, I was gonna make something up, but it means that you get these. So that's definitely an improvement. They might have tweaked things a little bit with the processor, but I have seen performance differences between the 2017 and 2018. 2018 is just a smidge faster than the 2017. Just a smidge. It might have been more RAM, faster processor in it, but if you've got the 2017, don't upgrade to the 2018. Wait a little bit.
Good advice.
But if you've got the old Roku Premier, like what we have, then it's worth the upgrade.
Yeah.
Overall, like, I'm pretty pleased with what I see, especially in the differences between the Premier and the Ultra.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool, and then it'll be even cooler once we get the new TV set up and see that 4K and the HDR and how it interacts and everything like that. Well, that's gonna wrap things up for this episode of Geek Done Right. Hey, do you have a Roku? Which one do you have? Do you like it? Let us know in the comments section down below. And please make sure to smash that like button. It makes my day. It makes me so happy. And hit that notification bell so that you can be notified of new episodes. And subscribe if you haven't already. Be a part of the Geek Done Right family. We have a lot of fun here. And I hope you do too. And be ready for more episodes from Geek Done Right. Until next time, y'all take it easy. Peace.